Within the community, people love talking about the Straw Hats. You would think people know a lot about the Straw Hats after 1,000+ episodes and chapters, but clearly some people are reading or watching Two Piece because some of them are far off. So let's talk about the Straw Hats, starting with the power dynamics in the Straw Hat crew. You know what? Before we move on, this is the perfect chance to subscribe, click a like, and let's move on. Let's talk about the strength in the Straw Hat crew. I think all of us would agree that Luffy is by far the strongest in his crew. He has all forms of haki and he's the best in all forms of haki. He's faster than everybody in the crew. He's physically stronger. He's more durable. And with Gear 5, then I believe he would low div every single person in his crew. So if you think Zoro is close to Luffy in strength, then please go out and touch some grass because you need to do that. Next, obviously, is Zoro. He is way below Luffy, but he is the second strongest. He also has all forms of haki. He's pretty good in all forms except Conqueror's haki. Still learning about that. Very durable, very strong, very broken. And we all know that the anime and the manga love to glaze the hell out of Zoro, especially with his fight with King. Anyway, he's the second. And then third, this is where there's a topic of discussion. It's between Sanji and Jinbei. It's obviously quite clearly Sanji. Honestly, I don't think the difference between Sanji and Zoro is that far. I think in 10 fights, Sanji can come out winning like 4. So like 60-40 between Sanji and Zoro. He has 2 forms of haki, no conquerors yet. But the most important thing is after the activation of his innate enhanced genes, Jeremy genes, that really pushes him up because he's one of the fastest in the crew. So fast you can't see him with your eyes. He has a free jumbe and he's super durable. I mean, he regenerates on command. And you could clearly see it with his fight with Queen. In the case where King fully pushed Zoro to his limits. Granted, he's been fighting on the rooftop, but Zoro was pushed to his limits fighting King. By the time the genes kicked in Sanji, he basically low-dived Queen. And this shows you that he's way above Queen's level in terms of strength. And if I ask myself the question, are we confident in Jinbei beating Queen? I don't know. Not to shit on Ace, but if you're really struggling with Ace for 10 days, at that time, then I don't really think you can chat to my man Sanji. But even though your bounty is higher in terms of strength, you come in at number 4. The only thing about Jinbei is I think his best days are behind him. We've said that so, but he is quite clearly the 4th strongest in the crew. The next person I think maybe would be between Robin, Franky, Brook. But I mean, after Jinbei, none of them really matter in my opinion in terms of strength because first of all, you need to go learn haki. Usopp, you're on fraud watch. After Elbaf, if you haven't learned haki, you are officially trash in my eyes. But anyway, if the rest of the crew learns haki, then I can bring them into that discussion because they don't change anything in the crew in terms of strength. Now let's talk about the roles in the crew. Everybody in the crew has a role to play and every single member of that crew is important, even if you are not as strong. So when I see people, for example, say Nami is not that important to the crew because you could just find another navigator for that crew, well, you could replace every single person in the crew if that's the case. Nami is important because she is the navigator of the Straw Hat crew, not just some random navigator. I'm pretty sure if you had a job, they could find someone to replace you, but that doesn't mean you're not important right now in the job. I say this to say that every single person in that crew has played an important role to get us where we are right now, whether it is to heal somebody that is sick or to cook when everybody is tired or to read a poneglyph. They have all been instrumental in different parts of the story in order to get the Straw Hat crew where they are. And it's because of this that this will be the crew that would find the One Piece. So if you really look into the roles of everyone in the Straw Hat, you could say that they all play an important role in making the Straw Hat crew what it is, even if for some people it's not as clear as other people. Usopp, I'm looking at you. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments who you think is stronger, Zoro or Sanji or Jinbei, and leave a like, subscribe, catch you in the next one. Peace.